So my name's Indy, I'm an audio visual artist. I've basically made an interactive audio visual piece. So it's like touch interactive, you can move objects around and basically generate a soundscape. And it's all based around the Coventry Canal because I've been doing a residency with Ludic Rooms and Talking Birds. And it's basically thinking about future ecologies of the canal. So we went on a trip down the canal because Dom from Ludic Rooms has got a boat. So we went out, and then one of the things that struck me was the unusual things there that aren't really supposed to be there. So an obvious one is all the litter, because every piece of litter has got a story behind it. So every can that you see floating around, it's somebody drank that in a certain situation. It struck me that there were coconuts down there as well, and I didn't realise there were coconuts at first. I thought, oh, what's this plant that looks like a coconut? And then I found out it's actually coconuts, because there's temples that back on, at least one Hindu temple that backs onto the canal, and they use the coconuts in different rituals. And obviously it's not like the Ganges, but the idea is all rivers lead to the same place. And I thought the metaphor of the coconuts was really fascinating as a metaphor for just cultural displacement when you consider the histories of migration and everything in Coventry, and my own family history of migration and the kind of cultural experiences that we have in our environment. So some of the sounds in the soundscape that I've made include hydrophone recordings, so that's an underwater microphone, and those were taken along the canal. And then the rest of it is basically composed based on the feelings, the kind of emotive headspace that I was in during the trip down the canal, and just being in the basin as well. That sensory alteration that you experience being on the water and a different pace of life. I also spoke to quite a few people that live on the canal, in Leicester and in Coventry, and it's a really amazing culture. It's different to life, in the city on land as we know it, and a stronger element of community, and the reasons why people choose to live like that are really fascinating as well. Basically, it's these fiducial markers, and then they're getting picked up by a program that I've made in Pure Data. So it picks up the markers and then the X and Y coordinates of them, and that kind of generates different audio tracks. And the audio tracks are basically segments of one complete soundscape that I made. So that's kind of how it works. It's also linked up to a digital synthesizer, so that when you move it, it kind of directly makes it plays different notes depending on how you're moving it and stuff. And then that's just the projection, it's just footage of the canal, just edited. In general, the work that I do is kind of based on altering your sensory reality, even if it's just for 30 seconds, when people kind of can get immersed in a piece of work, interacting with it. That's why I wanted it to be touch interactive, and it's an active way of experiencing art, and as an artist that just seems a direct way of making things more inclusive.